What if the home you bought had a hidden problem the city didn't even know? A problem that could stop you from selling, block your financing, and leave you stuck. This is the story of a homeowner who uncovered violations no inspection had caught and how they finally closed. Thank you, Lourdes, for doing this. I appreciate you taking the time to come out and meet with me. I know that time is of the essence here, and the fact that you take the time to come out and meet with me and talk about this is important. Like I said, I want the buying public, people who are buying real estate out there, to be aware that there's a lot involved in buying a home. It's not as simple as hire a realtor, get an appraiser inspection, and you're good. There's more to it, isn't there?
Absolutely.
So tell us about your home buying journey. You bought the house when? During COVID time?
I bought it during COVID in 2020. The minute I bought it, when I closed, I pulled a permit for the roof. I knew I needed a new roof. When I went to pull the permit, they only gave me the permit for the front part from my side. There's an addition that has a flat roof and they did not give me the permit. And I didn't understand why, and they said there was a violation. You went through the proper steps, through the appraisals, inspections, title search, and there were no violations. But then the city told me that they didn't know there was a violation, so they didn't know it existed. So apparently it was built without permits.
So this back addition of the property is added onto. It's part of why you bought the house, isn't it?
It's the reason I bought the house. As a single mother, I was counting on that extra income to pay the mortgage. I lost a bunch of sales and it just never went through.
You were trying to buy a condo and sell this house, and everything was moving forward, and then it just would fall.
We were about to close on both sides.
Wow.
The purchase of the condo, and everything had passed on both sides, inspections, appraisals. And when the title search came at my house, the bank would not finance.
Because if there is a known and the city's aware of a violation, they disclose that. And once that's disclosed, and they make a note of it, then no buyer is going to be able to buy that property with financing. And this is what happened with you. Despite all the emails that I had with the city about clarifying whether or not there were other issues, the city issued another lien letter with more violations they say was done without permits.
Right.
The windows,
which were already there when I bought it. And they came out just to see and add another one.
Added more.
And added more, made things worse.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not gonna happen.
I've told your story to other people. And we have a video we shared online about work without permits and how to avoid this problem. I remember we offered also, before we went to market, we offered options. Right? I have contractors, I have people in the business. We could help try to legalize the addition, get plans and permits to demolish but we were able to pull it through. We were able to convince them to move forward. There was no extra credit, no extra adjustments. They paid full price and we
You're
closed.
good at that, because even when I was trying to sell it, it came up that there were no violations. And you're like, you made sure that they went back.
You bring up a good point, because remember there was a moment where even after they said there was a violation, I asked them, are there violations? They sent me an email saying,
no,
there are no violations. And I said, wait a second, clarify with us, because if there is no violations, then you were scot-free, right? So I wanted, if they would tell me an email that no, there are no violations, then we could have just taken the property off the market. You could have kept the property and you would have been happy. So then you were referred by a friend of ours, someone that we know. What were some of your concerns with going down that road?
I didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work. I've already been down that road and the city's not cooperating. And then you reached out to me recently and said, let's try the 7-day trial.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I didn't think you would do it, but you did it.
So the 7-day trial period is an opportunity for a seller to go ahead and put it on the market. We'll do the full marketing, go to full exposure, reach out to our network of buyers, investors, realtors. And if within the 7 days, we're gonna get you as many offers as we can. And we did, we got a bunch of offers.
Yes.
But our goal was to sell the property at the price that we were asking, which we did, and to get a cash buyer who would assume the problem. And so we were able to do that. And you had the option at that point to say yay or nay, no obligation. If you didn't want to go with one of those offers, didn't make sense to you, the offers were lower than the list price, or the numbers didn't make sense to you, you could have backed out with no cost or obligation to you.
Correct.
No risk option. And now we're on the next step, which is to find your next property, one without any code violations.
Next chapter.
Next chapter.